Man, this is LA's world, baby. Now that bitch is LA's girl. These niggas acting kinda shady since I blew up. Dick your bitch down, Willie Beam, and she be throwing up.
Not a YouTuber, just like making videos. Hopefully this will be the last time I address LA, because I'll tell you this, out of all the characters I came across on YouTube, LA is a person that I find completely despicable. I like this dude is his mentality is detrimental to the so-called black commonwealth. Now, all the dudes that I bumped heads in, I bumped heads with, or I made rebuttal videos against, nobody is as honorary as LA. I'm going to show you why. First of all, LA is just a stone cold liar. And I peeped what he did in that video. And the fact that that video got thumbs up is the main reason why I call this corner of YouTube desolate, decadent, and decrepit. You know, take what you want out of this. But for him to put his children as the sacrificial lambs, I'm like, it's just, I've never came across a dude this repulsive in my life. First of all, I've never talked about LA's kids. I can't speak for Voltron Back or Big JXX, but I doubt I watch a lot of their content, and if they do, they're going to talk about the well-being. And if he's making these accusations, he needs to point out what exactly we said. He can't do it to me because he knows he's a stone cold fucking liar. He slandered me, and by saying that, he's saying y'all talking about people's kids, y'all talking like this dude. I'm like, I don't have any respect for this dude, none whatsoever. Everybody that I've ever made a rebuttal video against, I'm like, as far as this dude is lowest to me. I'm like, as far as I'm concerned, this dude he's dead to me. I'm like, LA cannot point out what I said about his kids, nor can he point to the video or get the clip. You know, he can't provide proof. You know what I'm saying? If he's making such outlandish accusations, why don't he provide proof? Now, usually when I come at people and of something they said, I'll repeat what they say. I'll say in such and such video, I'll even put a timestamp on it. No, he had to win the crowd in his favor. He wanted thumbs up so bad. Now, this is someone desperate for views. It's not that he just randomly decided that I'm going to just randomly come at somebody. Okay, fine. But when you lie, when you put your kids out there and say that y'all need to stop talking about kids and throw me and y'all, when you know damn well I didn't say anything. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm like, how low would people go for views? Dying for views, that's what LA's doing. Now, you may say that I may have just went on the attack and I made rebuttal videos, or I came at somebody for views or whatever, but I've always had a good reason. And I've always stated why I'm making rebuttal videos. I've always said that here's the video I have a problem with. You know, I've always kept personal attacks in a minimum. Now, anybody who's familiar with me and familiar with my videos know that I've never, you know what I'm saying, made any sort of remarks about people's girlfriends, their wives, their fiancés. I just don't go that route. Even when people have berated me and tried to demean me, I've never went there. I always kept my composure, because at the end of the day, it's not that seriously. I'm not going to go after somebody who's never have done or said anything bad about me, and so forth. And you know what I'm saying, the reason why I don't, well, I would never debate LA, because there's no way this guy is intellectually on my level. I think he's a sociopath. I think there's something wrong with him mentally, and above all, I don't have respect for the dude. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no, I've seen the, I've observed his, I've been observing his videos for a while, and I've seen this guy, I don't have respect for him. You know? Now here we're going to go into the speech thing. He says, look at these guys' speech and tell me these guys ain't retarded. Now, could LA prove on an educational or an academic level that somebody's speech coincides with their intelligence? One person, a commenter on my video said that I sound like Jeff Goldblum. You ever seen that guy? You know, he played in Jurassic Park. He always says, "Oh yes, yeah, this and that." Now, does this mean that this guy is retarded because he says a lot? Also, let's look at some scholars. Let's look at someone like Bill Gates. Watch one of his speeches. Matter of fact, a lot of these nerdy scientific guys, when they speak on a podium or whatever, they seem socially awkward. You know, you see what I mean? Like even Noam Chomsky, you know, who's a master linguist. And you know, when he talks, he just talks at a slow pace and be like, well, Randall Robinson, one of my idols, Harvard graduate. He also sounds socially awkward and he speaks at a low tone. He speaks with a very soft voice. You know, watch some of these guys' videos. But hence, these guys never claim to be a great speaker. Hence, in my videos, I've never claimed to be a good orator. I says that over and over again. And so yeah. And when so you know, this dude's funny. So there's a difference. Now there's some people who are intelligent who are good speakers. But just because somebody's a good speaker don't mean what they're saying has any relevance. It doesn't even mean that they're intelligent. Just because somebody is a weak speaker does not mean that they're stupid. I'm saying, prove that. How can LA prove that on any sort of basis whatsoever? He can't. You know, it's just something that, you know what I'm saying, he can tag on us. Now, as far as LA, now I guarantee you, if me and LA had the same book or whatever, and we're reading from a page, a passage, I guarantee you I'll read that passage better than him, and he'll stumble over so many words because, you know what I'm saying, he's semi-illiterate. Now, at that point, flares went up. Like that. That phrase I just said made absolutely no sense. So hence, would you rather listen to somebody that stalls, that actually has relevant information, or someone who's just speaking and not saying anything? Also, LA himself is not a good speaker. When he gets hyped up, he has to cuss. You know what I'm saying? He'll be like, you bitch, you ugly bitch. And then he'll stop. You know what I'm saying? When he cusses, it gives him time to think of his next statements. You know? And then LA has produced some of the worst grammatical nightmares I have ever than my ears have ever laid upon. Like when he said in a recent video to Genie Burlesque, "You're beneath human." No, that could be technically accurate, but nobody says you're beneath human. The proper phrase is subhuman, or when he stated, here's one is a doozy, as when he said that, you know what I'm saying, he's like, if you got, he said, my videos are too unrefutable. No, it's irrefutable. And he doesn't have to put the T-O-O in front of irrefutable. Hence, even if he said it's too irrefutable, will still be inappropriate. And one, he said that he says, I have 2 pairs of eyes. I can see well. And I pointed that out. 2 pairs of eyes? You mean 1 pair of eyes. If you have 2 pairs of eyes, that means you have 4 eyes. Now, everybody may make mistakes here and there, you know what I'm saying, when they're speaking on camera. LA has made the worst. And for someone to make jabs at how people speak, you know, and then listening to this guy who can't get through a video without using profanity and vulgarity, especially when he gets hyped up. And then the fact that he wants to lure people in this roast. I didn't want to come on YouTube and do silly roast. I'm like, that's stupid. You know, that's beyond dumb. I'm like, you know, we played the Dozens back on the school bus. I've grown up, and a lot of the roast is rather what somebody would do, the extremities they'll go through. You know, I'm not willing to do that. You know what I'm saying? Not for YouTube views and videos. And roasters, and everybody knows roasters should just roast other roasters. You know, so that's why when they had those snap competitions, you know what I'm saying, you had dudes who would snap on each other. Hence, like, let's take the world of rap. You have battle rappers. It's silly for a battle rapper just to go at a conscious rapper, a rapper who doesn't battle. Now, does everybody have battle rap elements in their rhymes? Sure they have. You know what I'm saying? Look at Drake. Drake's not a battle rapper, but he'll say stuff like "fuck you" and your time difference. Those are elements of battle rap, but that's not his forte. He makes kind of like the shallow club music. You know, Little John makes crunk music. And there's rappers such as Disaster and Cannabis, you know, Virtuoso. They specifically specialize in battle raps. Now, this doesn't mean that Cannabis and don't have any conscious stuff, that he doesn't have any politically charged rhymes. Same thing with Virtuoso and Disaster. Yeah, there's battle rappers that have made songs about flossing, you know, and spending money. But there's certain rappers that's their expertise in, is flossing. Their expertise is making club hits. Their expertise is making hustle music or whatever, or trap music. And certain dudes whose expertise are making battle rhymes. Hence, you know, LA's expertise is roasting, and I don't think he's the best roaster in this sector. I don't think he's made the best roast. One of the best roasts is Sharon Fitz, but LA is not an intellectual. I'm like, when LA speaks real talk, I'm like, in real talk. Real talk comes from when people say, hey, this is real talk. Hey, I'm going to speak to you real talk. So LA, there's no way LA has a monopoly on real talk, you know, and so forth. And also, as I said, Kevin has upped the ante on YouTube Funny Guys by actually getting up there on stage. Now, the thing is with LA's a follower. And a lot of things that he's done throughout his career was, or his stint on YouTube, was follow Kevin. Hence, LA was scared to go at Bone Picker. When Kevin went at Bone Picker, then that's when LA grabbed the gall to go at Bone Picker. LA was afraid of Jordan Bulls. But then, when Bone Picker went at Jordan Bulls, then when Philly just went at Jordan Bulls, LA grabbed the nuts to go at Jordan Bulls. LA stated in one of his videos that the only people he fucked with was Tommy Sotomayor, that nigger with tattoos, Professor Grift, and Stylistic from People's TV. When Kevin Smith got into it with Stylistic, guess what? Almost immediately, LA came out with a roast against Stylistic. When Kevin made videos against Angie George. LA went after Angie George and called her a man and called her G.I. Jane or whatever. You know, Tommy Sotomayor came out with, you know what I'm saying, with hair hats. LA had mop heads. So I'm like, LA's stint on YouTube is so flimsy. This whole thing of that he want to get people's respect and then go at them and so forth. I'm like, this guy is just, he has deplorable morals. And this video that he's done, I'm like, it's the sinking point for him. And the fact that he sat up there and lied, because LA will not provide any proof. He'll come back and roast me, but he won't provide proof that I've said anything about his daughters or anybody else said anything about his daughters. Now, I can't speak for the other two. I haven't watched and observed all their content, but I don't think that they've done. I definitely don't think Voltron Black did. If Big Just did, he probably talked about their well-being. The same thing, and I think that he's, and me personally, if I have kids or whatever, and I have nieces and nephews, and around where I know that people are attacking family members and girlfriend, there's no fucking way I'm gonna put them on camera. It's not that deep. Not for YouTube views or whatever. That's all I want to say. Thanks for watching. Sally Forth.